Welcome back. This is the last video in this playlist. In the previous video, we solved a few questions from CTET dictation using two tools, which is WSTDO, which I have explained in detail in video 3, and the CTET question frameworks, which I have explained in video 4. So the WSTDO talks about what you have to look at. W stands for why. Why is the teacher doing this activity? So these are the 5 types of questions that CTET asks. So it's either asking why is the teacher doing this. S is which language skill is the teacher trying to promote. T is directly what type of dictation is this. D is what should the teacher do. And O is what is the learning outcome or intended learning outcome. And the 5 frameworks were looking at the classroom situation. First, look at the situation. Then find out the purpose. Why is the teacher doing such a thing? Think like the teacher. Eliminate the weaker options. And 5, what is the intended outcome? So if you haven't watched video 3, 4 and 5 and even 2 actually, because there is where I speak about the 8 types of dictation that every teacher should know. So first you should know the various types of dictation which are there, and then just don't jump directly into the questions. Go through this process, because then you are very sure that you are answering correctly. So in this video, we are going to be talking about another 10 questions of actual CTET questions which have been asked on dictation. Hi, I am Dr. Swasti Dhar, and through my videos, I help primary teachers prepare for the CTET Paper 1. This is the last video on the dictation playlist. We'll be solving 10 more questions. Let's begin. The question is numbered 12 because I've done 11 questions in video 5. If you haven't seen that, do go and see it. And I will also not be explaining the entire thinking process out here. So that's been done in detail in video 5. Question 12 is, in running dictation, students mainly work on. Options are silent reading skills, listening and speaking skills, LSRW, that is all the 4 listening, speaking, reading, writing skills, and only writing accuracy. So directly you can see this is an S question. They've been asking what skills are the students working on. And since the skills are being mentioned, this is framework 5. That is, what outcomes are we looking at? So let's eliminate the most narrow options. Think like the teacher. You're doing running dictation. What happens in running? One child is running, reading, coming back, speaking. The other one is writing. So listening and writing. So the correct answer is that all the 4 skills, LSRW, all 4 skills are being nurtured. Which dictation technique promotes collaborative techniques the most? So the options given to us are composition dictation, running dictation, partial dictation, or individual dictation, or the traditional dictation. So this is a T question. They're directly asking which type of dictation or which dictation is doing something. But you also need to look at the outcome. So what is the intended outcome? You want collaborative, something that is promoting collaborative techniques. So collaboration becomes the keyword. So maximum collaboration happens in running dictation. Question 14. Which dictation best integrates body movement and language learning? So again, which dictation is a T question? You can almost guess the answer. And you want the outcome. So as per the framework, you want body movement. That's the outcome that is happening, the classroom situation, which is you can think about, and language learning. So partial dictation, mutual dictation, running dictation, or traditional dictation. So since we are talking about body movements and language learning, the answer is running dictation. I hope this thinking becomes very clear to you. It is not just looking at the question and then trying to guess. You should know 3 things. You should know what type of dictation each type of dictation is, what happens in that. You should also know the various types of questions. So I have personally gone through so many, in fact all CTET questions, and I have identified the 5 types of questions which CTET asks, and then have a clear framework for answering these questions. Let's move on. So question 15 is, in which type of dictation? Again, T. A learner recreates the approximate text after listening to it. So the classroom situation is given to you. You know what is happening. The learner will recreate the approximate text after listening to it. So listening and approximate text. Running dictation, composition dictation, mutual dictation, or picture dictation. And if you know your types of dictation, then the answer is composition dictation. Question 16. Composition dictation helps to develop. So what is the intended learning outcome? So this is an O question. Memory-based learning, mechanical learning, language organization and comprehension, spelling accuracy only. So here for the framework, we will directly move to the weaker options, eliminate them totally. Anything that is very narrow, you will absolutely eliminate. Now CTET hates you memorizing anything, so first option is out. Spelling accuracy only. Only is again another negative keyword, so that is out. Mechanical learning, do we really want children to learn mechanically? No. So the best option is language, organization and comprehension. Question 17. A teacher reads out instructions and children draw pictures accordingly. This is known as, so again they're asking you the type, what kind of dictation is this, and you have to look at the framework where you look at what is happening in the classroom. Okay, so teacher is reading out instructions and the children are drawing pictures. So this is a picture dictation. Question 18. Picture dictation primarily helps learners to develop. So this is an O question. What is the outcome? What are we developing? Listening and visual interpretation, memorization skills, weak option. Spelling accuracy only is a weak option, so 2 are already cancelled. Grammar translation. So we are not looking at grammar translation out here. What we are looking at is listening and visual interpretation. Question 19. Which dictation encourages imagination and creativity? So which dictation means which type of dictation? This is a T question. And the dictations are given to you: running, partial, picture and traditional. So what is the outcome? What is the intended outcome? Imagination and creativity. So you will have to think through what happens in running dictation, partial dictation, picture dictation or traditional dictation, and it will be very clear to you that the answer is picture dictation. Question 20 is for assessing listening comprehension in primary classes. So we know what the teacher is doing. She is assessing listening comprehension in primary classes, the best kind of dictation. So again, the type of dictation is being asked. So options given are composition dictation, running dictation, partial dictation and picture dictation. So you go through your framework and you look at what is the learning outcome. So intended learning outcome. We want to assess listening comprehension in primary classes. What would it be? So primary classes, composition dictation, yes, listening comprehension is there. Partial dictation and running dictation I'll leave out for the time being because we are assessing much more. All of them start with listening, but if you're talking about primary classes, and if you're talking mainly about listening comprehension, then the answer becomes picture dictation. I'm taking up one bonus question. Which type of dictation is most suitable for mixed ability classrooms? Because I felt this was a topic which can come from inclusion also. So mixed ability classrooms, which type of dictation? So it's obviously a T question. Traditional, running, partial and picture. Think about mixed ability. Traditional dictation, running, we are focusing on totally different things. Partial, again, a very different thing. So the answer is picture dictation. Congratulations, we've now worked through a complete set of CTET dictation questions, 21 in all. And most importantly, you have learnt a way of thinking which you can apply to any new question that comes to you. Whenever you see a dictation question, don't rush to see the answers and go through the options. First, pause and ask yourself, is this a WSTDO question? Which of the questions is it? And then go through the frameworks which were given to you. What is the classroom situation? What is the intended purpose? Are you thinking like a teacher? Eliminate the weak options and then focus on the learning outcomes. If you consistently follow this framework, that is the one I gave in video 4, you will find that many of the language pedagogy questions become much easier to solve. I hope this entire dictation playlist has helped you understand not only how to solve dictation questions, but the thinking which goes behind solving a question. If you found this useful, please leave a like or a comment and share it with any teacher who is preparing for the CTET. If there's any other topic you would like me to take up, please do put it in the comments below. Thank you for watching this playlist. I'll see you in the next playlist.